Well, I think we definitely got better today. I thought the effort was outstanding. The scout team did their part, especially the special team scout teamers. Really busted their tails today, and seemed to have a really good focus today. Not many drop balls. I probably saw more interceptions by our defense, and that was, it was scout team work, but even so, sometimes you get in that scout team work and it's not the same tempo as competing with the offensive team, and they just end up dropping balls or not going to the highest point, or not creating the best of habits. And I thought we did really good today in that area. It seemed like they were really focused on making every play that came their way, not just being satisfied to break it up. So that was good. It's just a good sign of focus. So you guys probably want to ask about injuries. That's usually the first question. So what do you want to know?
What about injuries, Coach?
What about injuries? Well, if you ask me about something.
Todd, you mentioned today that if he could go, he didn't?
He did not practice.
Isn't Wednesday traditionally kind of a Mendoza line, sort of, in terms of starting?
There's no drop dead. There used to be that, I think, but a lot of times it just depends on a guy and what type of a veteran he is, or what. If you think a guy needs to, if you think he has to practice Wednesday and Thursday in order to be mentally prepared to play, but if a guy, you might say, hey, he's got to practice, but the guy knows what to do, and he feels great on Saturday, even though he didn't feel good on Wednesday, I think I'd still play him anyway.
But in terms of starting, would it be safe to say Keith would probably go first at this point?
I think that, I don't know. I'm not going to say for sure on that, but it would make sense to do that.
So it's fair to say at this point Todd would maybe be a game time decision, or could it be before?
It's still just day to day. He tried a little bit today in the green room, and he knew he couldn't go today.
For the insert, I guess, how have JJ and Brendan been in practice first 3 days?
How they've done?
How they've done this week?
No, they've done well. They've been doing pretty well all along. And they've been getting a lot of reps in the competitive periods, because we haven't given Todd and Keith a whole lot of those. They've been getting a fair amount in the game, so we didn't need to add to the contact for those guys. So they've been really getting a lot of that work all along, and they've done well. Are you videoing me?
I am.
Is that why you're holding so still there?
Yeah, it's new ground for me.
New technology.
Yeah.
Is this the mic?
Yeah, that's mine.
Change your mic.
Thanks.
That just breaks some eardrums.
Yeah, probably did. That'll be interesting.
Coach, was Trey out there today?
Trey Matthews. He was at the end of practice. He didn't practice though.
What's he got? We don't have an injury report yet.
He tweaked his hamstring
Is that
yesterday.
Gonna be leading up to that?
Yeah, we'll see, how bad it was, but it was bad enough where he couldn't go today.
Who would start in his place if he can't go?
I don't know. Yes, Todd.
Keith had never cared.
I don't know, sometimes means I don't want to tell everybody. But I'm really not exactly sure how we'll do it. We got to make some decisions if in fact he can't go.
Keith had never carried the ball more than 16 times in a game before last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think he's very capable of carrying it, as many times as we need him to. Especially, if the weather's been like it, if it is like it has been, got all these TV timeouts. There's a lot more rest in the game than than they used to. So I think I think he could easily carry it 15, 20, 25 times if you had to.
Bennett was running on the side while we were out there. Was that anything?
Yeah, he just he hit his knee yesterday, and it was bothering him. But he worked during the competitive phase, just on the side. And then when we got the scout team work, he did it. He did the scout team work. We think he'll be fine.
Ray Drew got his first sack since it was like 2011 against LSU. I guess what can you say about him that maybe he might have struggled a little bit the first couple of years, and now it seems like he's really starting to find his role? He
is. He's getting a lot more reps. He's playing hard. I think he's gained a lot of confidence and momentum. I think Sterling Bailey's like in that category too. Guys that came in as outside linebackers and grew into ends. They're both very, they're 280 to 285 kind of guys, and now you got these long athletic ends to go along with some. You got Jordan and Leonard outside. That's how we should look. Body type wise, we like the way those guys look. But I think part of the transition was going from outside linebacker to end.
Tony Ball's dealt with a lot of injuries at his position. What do you make of kind of how he's cobbled together those? I mean, he's got talented guys.
Tony's done a great job. I mean, he's a great teacher. These guys are just they all run good routes, and they know what to do. And we're in a cycle where we've had guys around for a while, and there aren't many. You have Reggie Davis, but you don't have very many freshman or first year guys right now, because we've had guys that have been in the program a while. I mean, Bennett, Conley, even Rhett, and Justin Scott Wesley's been around a while. There's another one. Wooten. All those guys have just been around. It's the same. It's just so nice to have the same coordinator, same receivers coach for all that time, and these guys, those cumulative reps in practice have really helped them be prepared to play in the game, play well in the game.
The O-line, after struggling against Clemson, had 2 good games, the big games.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think happened that week, and what kind of confidence do you have that going forward you'll see what you've seen?
Well, I've been telling the O-line, and I've been telling the whole team that, I don't know if we're really good enough. I don't think we're that good that we can just line up and say we're Georgia and we're going to whip you. I think we got to be focused like we were focused this last game. We got to be on our game. We've got to be really prepared. We got to really understand what we're doing. We don't have a lot of margin for error, in my opinion, but when we get locked in mentally and physically, we're, collectively, we're pretty good. And but it's just, I still want them to think for some reason all of a sudden we've arrived, because we got to do it every week, and it takes a lot of work.
Does the practice today kind of give you hope, I guess, that they?
Yeah, I liked it
lesson
today. I liked it a lot today, I'll be honest with you. I was impressed, and I was, I wouldn't say, there was not one guy that I would say was all of a sudden thinking he arrived. I mean, they're all working hard, working together. It was just a very well-organized practice, and, coaches were coaching and motivating, and players doing their part. It was good. Anybody else? All righty. Thanks.